The Adverse Childhood Experiences Study is one of the largest investigations ever conducted to assess associations between childhood maltreatment and neglect and later life health and well-being. 17,000 Health Maintenance Organization members, HMO members, who underwent a comprehensive physical examination. They chose to provide detailed information about their childhood experiences of abuse, neglect, and family dysfunction. These questionnaires, which were collected from 1995 to 1997 for the study, sampled a middle to upper middle class demographic. Overall, the ACE, as it's commonly known, the ACE study findings suggest that certain experiences are major risk factors for the leading causes of illness and death, as well as poor quality of life in the United States. The adverse childhood experiences studies have been linked to risky health behaviors, chronic health conditions, low life potential, and early death. The wide-ranging health and social consequences of ACEs underscore the importance of preventing the adverse childhood experiences before they happen. The high frequency of adverse experiences among the generally well-to-do population in the study surprised, actually stunned the researchers. The more adverse experiences in childhood, the greater the likelihood of developmental delays and later health problems. This included, as we've said, and it bears repeating, heart disease, lung cancer, diabetes, and many autoimmune diseases, as well as depression, violence, being a victim of violence, and suicide. The first research results were published in 1998, but they were followed by more than 70 other publications. They showed that childhood trauma was very common. There was a direct link between childhood trauma and adult onset of chronic disease, and the more types of trauma increased the risk of health, social, and emotional problems. People in the study said that they usually experienced more than one type of trauma. Rarely was it only sex abuse or only verbal abuse. A whopping 2/3 of the 17,000 people, 2/3 in the ACE study, had an ACE score of at least 1, and 87% of those had more than 1. 36 states and the District of Columbia have done their own ACE surveys, and their results are similar to the CDC's ACE study. The study tied 10 types of childhood trauma, including living with an alcoholic family member or experiencing verbal abuse from a parent, to this host of health consequences. The higher the number of ACEs that people had, the researchers learned, markedly increases their risk for poor health outcomes, as well as social and economic consequences. So let's look at having 4 ACEs, which nearly doubles a person's risk for heart disease and cancer. It also raised the risk of attempted suicides by 1,200% and alcoholism by 700%.